marriage. The moment I saw the intimate text messages on my wife's phone, my world shattered. Anger and betrayal surged through me as I realized she was having an affair. But what I did next would send shockwaves through two families. It all began innocently enough, with a misplaced phone call. One evening, as I reached for my wife's phone to check the time, a notification popped up. Curiosity piqued, I glanced at the screen, only to be met with a flood of messages from an unknown number. My heart sank as I scrolled through the conversation, each word confirming my worst fears. There it was, plain as day, proof of my wife's infidelity. Anger boiled within me, mixing with the sting of betrayal. How could she do this to us? To our family? The following days were a blur of anger and heartache as I struggled to come to terms with the betrayal. But one thing was clear. I couldn't let this go unpunished. I had to confront my wife, to demand answers and seek closure. With trembling hands and a heavy heart, I confronted her that evening. The look of guilt on her face confirmed everything I already knew. She tried to explain, to apologize, but her words fell on deaf ears. There was no excuse for what she had done, but my anger didn't stop with my wife. No, I needed to make sure the man who had helped destroy my marriage suffered just as much. I tracked him down, learned everything about him, his job, his family, his life. And then, when the time was right, I struck. I exposed his affair to his wife, watching with satisfaction as his world crumbled around him. He begged for forgiveness, pleaded for a second chance, but I felt no sympathy. He had destroyed my family, and now it was his turn to pay the price. In the aftermath of my revenge, I found myself consumed by guilt and remorse. Had I gone too far? Had my desire for vengeance clouded my judgment? As I looked at the wreckage of two families, I couldn't help but wonder if there had been a better way. Perhaps forgiveness would have been the stronger choice, the one that allowed us all to heal and move forward. But it was too late for regrets now. All I could do was pick up the pieces of my shattered life and try to rebuild, knowing that the scars of betrayal would always linger. And as I looked to the future, I vowed never to let myself be consumed by anger and revenge again. In the weeks that followed, amidst the chaos and pain, there came a glimmer of hope. My wife, realizing the depth of her mistake, began to show genuine remorse. She begged for forgiveness, promising to do whatever it took to make amends. Despite the hurt still fresh in my heart, I found myself wavering. Could I find it in myself to forgive her? Could we rebuild what had been broken? It was a daunting prospect, but one worth considering. As time passed, I began to see a change in both my wife and myself. We sought counseling, pouring our hearts out and confronting the issues that had led us to this point. Slowly but surely, we started to heal. Through tears and tough conversations, we rediscovered the love that had once bound us together. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but we refused to give up. Our marriage had been tested, but it had also emerged stronger than ever before. Chapter 5. Reconciliation. In the weeks that followed, amidst the chaos and pain, there came a glimmer of hope. My wife, realizing the depth of her mistake, began to show genuine remorse. She begged for forgiveness, promising to do whatever it took to make amends. Despite the hurt still fresh in my heart, I found myself wavering. Could I find it in myself to forgive her? Could we rebuild what had been broken? It was a daunting prospect, but one worth considering. As time passed, I began to see a change in both my wife and myself. We sought counseling, pouring our hearts out and confronting the issues that had led us to this point. Slowly but surely, we started to heal. Through tears and tough conversations, we rediscovered the love that had once bound us together. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but we refused to give up. Our marriage had been tested, but it had also emerged stronger than ever before. In the midst of our own journey towards reconciliation, I couldn't help but reflect on the man whose life I had torn apart in my quest for revenge. Had I been too quick to judge, too eager to inflict pain? With a heavy heart, I reached out to him, offering an olive branch of forgiveness. Surprisingly, he accepted, admitting his own faults and expressing remorse for the pain he had caused. It was a moment of catharsis, a step towards healing for both of us. As the dust settled and the wounds began to heal, I realized that while I couldn't erase the past, I could choose how to move forward from it. I vowed to never forget the pain of betrayal, but also to never let it define me. Rebuilding trust proved to be the most challenging yet crucial aspect of our journey. Every glance at her phone, every late-night text, stirred a familiar sense of doubt within me. But my wife remained patient, understanding the depth of my wounds. She didn't shy away from accountability, willingly offering transparency and honesty in every aspect of our relationship. Slowly but steadily, her actions began to chip away at the walls around my heart, reminding me of the love and commitment we once shared. Forgiveness wasn't just about letting go of the past. It was about reclaiming control over our own emotions and moving forward with grace. Through forgiveness, I liberated myself from the burden of resentment and anger, allowing space for healing and growth. In forgiving my wife and the man she had been involved with, I found a newfound sense of peace. It wasn't about absolving them of their actions. It was about freeing myself from the chains of bitterness and embracing the possibility of a brighter future. Our journey through betrayal and redemption taught us invaluable lessons about love, trust, and resilience. We learned that no relationship is immune to challenges, but it is how we navigate those challenges that defines the strength of our bond. Communication became our lifeline, allowing us to express our fears, doubts, and hopes openly and honestly. We discovered the importance of setting boundaries and respecting each other's needs, nurturing a deeper sense of understanding and empathy. As we stood on the precipice of a new beginning, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the opportunity to rewrite our story. Our marriage had weathered the storm and emerged stronger on the other side, a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and resilience. With each passing day, our connection deepened, rooted in the shared triumphs and tribulations of our past. We knew that challenges lay ahead, but we faced them with a newfound sense of unity and purpose, secure in the knowledge that together we could overcome anything. And as we looked ahead to the future, hand in hand, I knew that no matter what trials may come our way, we would face them together, bound by a love that had been tested and proven unbreakable. With my wife by my side, we embarked on a new chapter of our lives, one filled with hope and redemption. We knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy, but we faced it together, stronger and more resilient than ever before. And as I looked back on the tumultuous journey that had brought us to this point, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude. For in the darkest moments of our lives, we had found the strength to rise again, to rebuild what had been broken, and to emerge from the ashes, stronger than ever before. With our past laid bare and our future uncertain, we learned the importance of embracing the present moment. No longer burdened by the weight of what had been or what could be, we found solace in the simple joys of everyday life. We savored the laughter of our children, the warmth of a shared meal, and the comfort of each other's presence. In these ordinary moments, we discovered the extraordinary beauty of a life lived fully, without regrets or resentments. Amidst the chaos of rebuilding our marriage, we also embarked on a journey of self-discovery. We took time to reflect on our own individual needs, desires, and aspirations, nurturing a deeper sense of self-awareness and fulfillment. Through introspection and introspection, We rediscovered the passions and interests that had been overshadowed by the turmoil of our past. We embraced new hobbies, pursued personal goals, and rekindled the sparks of creativity that had long lain dormant within us. As we looked back on the trials and tribulations we had endured, we couldn't help but feel a profound sense of gratitude for the lessons learned and the strength gained along the way. We were grateful for the second chance at love, for the opportunity to rebuild our lives from the ground up. But perhaps most importantly, we were grateful for each other, for the unwavering support, understanding, and love that had carried us through the darkest of times. Together, we had proven that even in the face of adversity, love could conquer all. As we stood at the threshold of a new chapter in our lives, we did so with hearts full of hope and anticipation. We knew that challenges would inevitably arise, but we faced them with a newfound sense of resilience and determination. Armed with the lessons of our past and the strength of our love, we embarked on a journey towards a future filled with endless possibilities. And as we looked ahead, hand in hand, we knew that no matter what the future held, as long as we faced it together, we could overcome anything. And so, with hearts light and spirits soaring, we stepped boldly into the unknown, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that together we were unstoppable. With the scars of betrayal still etched into our hearts, we made a solemn vow to each other, a commitment to honor, cherish, and protect the sanctity of our marriage. We understood that rebuilding trust was a gradual process, one that required unwavering dedication and effort from both of us. Each day became an opportunity to reaffirm our love and commitment, to show through our actions that we were in this together, for better or for worse. We learned to lean on each other in times of need, finding strength and solace in the unwavering support of our partner. As time passed, the wounds of betrayal began to heal, replaced by a newfound sense of resilience and hope. We allowed ourselves to grieve for the pain of the past, but we refused to let it define our future. Through therapy and self-reflection, we confronted the demons that had haunted us, shedding light on the darkness that had threatened to consume us. We emerged from the shadows stronger and more united than ever before, determined to forge a path forward together. Through the trials and tribulations of our journey, we discovered a love that was deeper and more resilient than we could have ever imagined. We learned to appreciate the beauty of imperfection, to find joy in the small moments of connection that brought us closer together. With each passing day, our love grew stronger, fueled by the trials we had overcome and the obstacles we had conquered. We knew that our journey was far from over, but we faced the future with a renewed sense of optimism and determination, secure in the knowledge that together we could weather any storm. And as we looked ahead to the horizon, hand in hand, we knew that our love would be the guiding light that would lead us through whatever challenges lay ahead, illuminating the path towards a future filled with hope, happiness, and endless possibilities. As we continued on our journey of healing and renewal, we realized the importance of making peace with the past. We confronted the ghosts of our past mistakes and regrets, acknowledging them without allowing them to define us. Through forgiveness of ourselves and others, we liberated ourselves from the shackles of guilt and shame. We embraced the lessons learned from our past experiences, using them as stepping stones towards a brighter, more fulfilling future. Our journey through betrayal and redemption taught us the invaluable lesson of empathy, that behind every mistake lies a story, a struggle, a pain. We learned to look beyond the surface, to see the humanity in others, even those who had wronged us. In extending empathy to others, we found healing for ourselves. We realized that forgiveness wasn't just an act of kindness towards others. It was an act of self-compassion, a gift we gave ourselves to release the burdens of anger and resentment. Chapter 23: Rebuilding Bridges. As we worked towards rebuilding our marriage, We also sought to mend the bridges that had been burned in the wake of our betrayal. We reached out to friends and family, humbly seeking their forgiveness and understanding. Though some wounds proved harder to heal than others, we persisted, determined to make amends for the pain we had caused. Slowly but surely, the fractures in our relationships began to mend, replaced by a newfound sense of trust and connection. In embracing vulnerability, we found unexpected strength. We learned to lower our defenses, to show our true selves, flaws and all, to each other and the world. And in doing so, we discovered a deeper, more authentic connection with ourselves and each other. Through tears and laughter, we shared our deepest fears, insecurities and desires, creating a safe space where we could be truly seen and accepted. It was in these moments of raw honesty that we found the courage to confront our demons and emerge stronger on the other side. As we reflected on the twists and turns of our journey, we realized that every trial, every setback had been a stepping stone towards a brighter, more hopeful future. We had emerged from the darkness stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. With our past behind us and our future stretching out before us, we stepped boldly into the unknown, eager to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead. Together, we faced the future with hearts full of hope and anticipation, secure in the knowledge that no matter what challenges may come our way, as long as we face them together, we could overcome anything. And so, hand in hand, we embarked on the next chapter of our lives, ready to write a new story, one filled with love, forgiveness, and endless possibilities. Our journey through betrayal, redemption, and renewal has been one of the most challenging yet transformative experiences of our lives. We have faced moments of despair and moments of triumph, but through it all, one thing remains abundantly clear: love conquers all. As we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our lives, we do so with hearts full of gratitude and hope. We have learned to cherish the beauty of imperfection, to embrace the complexities of human relationships, and to find strength in vulnerability. Though our journey has been fraught with obstacles and setbacks, we have emerged stronger, more resilient, and more deeply in love than ever before. We have learned that forgiveness is not just a gift we give to others, but a gift we give ourselves, a pathway to healing, growth, and ultimately, to freedom. And so, as we look ahead to the horizon, hand in hand, we do so with unwavering optimism and determination. We know that the road ahead may be challenging, but we face it with a renewed sense of purpose and a steadfast commitment to each other. For in the end, it is not the trials we face or the mistakes we make that define us, but rather the strength of our love and the courage to rise again, no matter how many times we may fall. And as long as we have each other, we know that together we can conquer anything that comes our way.